Hello, this is Madcat, the angry egalitarian that discusses this and that. Now, this has just come across my desk, but apparently Leslie Jones has been hacked. According to the report, the Ghostbusters Stars website was reportedly updated with photos of her passport, driver's license, as well as uploading photos of the famous gorilla. I cannot pronounce that name to save my life. It's also mentioned that she was the victim of some vicious racist attacks on Twitter, with haters also sending her the pictures of the gorilla as well as racial slurs. With regards to the Twitter attacks, yes, there were a lot of racial slurs thrown her way. But if anyone has ever actually looked at her Twitter account, she also throws a lot of racial slurs other people's way. Specifically, she will say things about white people. Now, many people, especially those within Black Lives Matter and feminism, will state that you cannot be racist towards white people, which Leslie Jones appears to believe to be true. If we go ahead and take a look at this right here, some of her tweets have been, "Lord have mercy, white people shit." Or, "Wait a minute, is Solomon sitting by a white woman? Okay, you white girls are starting to look like a motherfucker. I swear I went to high school with them two girls. Get the fuck out of here. A white boy is best. DJ, what the fuck? Not being raped by a white man, what part of this joke that wasn't true? I would have been used for breeding straight up, that's my reality. Mickey Mouse gangster cousin, what the fuck? White people, shake my head. Bitch, are you joking? How sad for you, no shade, so tired of black women like you, so tired. Okay, black Republicans, isn't that an oxymoron, emphasis on moron? Yo, them dudes with the curls on the side of their head that make them more Jewish. For real, I need to know. So she's not without doing racist tweets herself. And one could say, oh, well, she was just responding to the racism going her way. No, she wasn't. She wasn't responding to it. Part of the racist tweets that were coming at her was the racist tweets that she was sending out. You know, if you're going to be racist towards people, don't be surprised if people are racist back towards you. But people are... This article is trying to link the vicious racist attacks on Twitter to this attack right here. Now, it could be related, but I doubt it. And it's also likely that these are two separate things. Now, this article goes on, in addition to posting personal information, the hacker shared sexually explicit photos of Leslie on her iCloud. Now, this is going to sound like victim blaming, but this is advice for everyone. Whatever you put on the internet, no matter how secure it is, you run the risk of it being displayed on the internet. That's just a fact of life. There's no such thing as 100% security on the internet. People who have hacked Sony, the Sony hack was evidence that there's not 100% security on the internet. Now, it's unfortunate that people did hack. If this is true, it's unfortunate that people did hack her. But at the same time, she put sexually explicit photos of herself on the internet. She can't then be mad that it got out there. And anyone out there, if you've got Dropbox, iCloud, some Google Drive sort of thing, and you've got nude photos on there, get them off. Because there's always the potential risk of them being uploaded on the internet somewhere. So, Leslie, that's kind of your own fault if you put nude photos on the internet somewhere and someone got in there to hack. You are partly responsible for that. Yeah, if you'd not gotten hacked, then they wouldn't have been out there, but at the same time, if you didn't put them there and you did get hacked, then those photos wouldn't have gotten out there. You are partially responsible for this if you've gotten hacked. Now, why do I say that? Well, I want to jump to an example real quick of Emma Watson. Now, Emma Watson, there was, when she first came out with He for She, there was this big thing about hackers claiming that if Emma Watson didn't back down, they would release nude photos of her. And, of course, Emma Watson didn't back down, so new photos were released of her. Only to find out that these nude photos were done by a company she hired to basically do this. It was a hoax to try to raise more awareness to her, basically to give her more of a victim status. And do you think the feminists that were like, oh, well, she's being attacked because she's, telling the truth, later like, oh, Emma Watson lied to us? No, they supported her for this. Now, I'm not saying that it's a hoax just because it's a hoax. But based on previous actions done by Leslie Jones. Let's go ahead and refer to that incident once again about Twitter. Milo had been permanently banned as a result of this, but he basically gave a not so positive review of the Ghostbusters film. And Leslie Jones started to attack him, and it kind of went back and forth. Now, a third party basically said he's basically the Uncle Tom of gay people. Huge Trump alt-right fanboy who is gay. Okay, now Jones didn't actually say this. Someone else said it. But she retweeted it. She saw it and hit the retweet button. She probably thought it was very funny. Until a backlash happened. When a user, Beyond Fear, tweeted, how can you decry racism but retweet people ironically using terms like Uncle Tom? Well, Leslie Jones didn't claim that the photo that they used to show that she retweeted something was fake. She instead said, I didn't. Someone hacked my account. Why not ask me that before you start calling me names? Wow. And then less than 10 minutes later, she appeared to contradict herself, telling another user, go fuck yourself. Yep, that's from me. No hack except you. Milo ended up getting banned because basically he incited a racist tirade against Leslie Jones, even though he didn't really have any part in that. But here she is claiming that she was hacked and then claiming later that she wasn't hacked. So she's used the card, well, I got hacked before, for something that she did as a way to excuse her behavior, to excuse what she had done. Now, I'm not saying that she purposely put that information on there and then later said that she got hacked. I can't help but wonder if this is another Emma Watson hoax. That Leslie Jones is the one who put all of her public information out there. Or she hired someone to do this. That she hired someone to basically put this gorilla image on there and her sexually explicit photos. Because here's the question I have is, how did they get her photos of her passport and driver's license? There's only a couple of possibilities here. One, she had scanned these and put these on her iCloud where she also had her explicitly sexual photos. Again, this is not something you put online because it has the potential of being stolen. Another possibility is that whoever hacked her account also hacked the Department of Motor Vehicles and whoever issues out passports. Maybe it's the same people. Hacked into them and got specifically Leslie Jones's information just to post it online. Between those, A seems like the more likely possibility than B. However, there is a third possibility. Leslie Jones gave her passport and driver's license to a company. They scanned it and uploaded it on her site to make it look like she's being attacked and being doxxed. I'm actually more likely to believe that. I think that either Leslie Jones is directly behind this or has played a part in this to make her look like a victim. I mean, the Ghostbusters train has passed. You know, it was a horrible movie that came out. It did poorly in the box office. People moved on. People really don't talk about it that much anymore. I'm not really convinced that this is an actual attack. I'm not really convinced that someone who hated her movies or hated what she said on Twitter was dumb enough to go and do this. That someone thought that this would embarrass her or send a message to her, because all it's going to do is make her look more of a victim and people to feel sorry for her, which is exactly what it's going to do. However, if someone knew this is what was going to happen and did this to try to award sympathy to Leslie Jones because she's already been attacked once, that would be a perfect plan. And that's why I'm more likely to believe that this is a con job than an actual hack. I don't have proof one way or the other. All I have is her past actions and what happened with Emma Watson, how she faked it. That's all I have. Now, I could be wrong. She could have actually been hacked. If Leslie Jones has actually been hacked, I can assure you that no one from the men's rights movement has done this. I can assure you that no one from Gamergate has done this. This is not something we do. No one within either of these movements has ever doxed anyone. We don't do that. We are the subject to people doxing us. We are the subject of people harassing us all the time. In fact, there was a recent sting where a lot of anti-Gamergaters and pro-feminists doxed someone. They were duped into doxing someone and then later saying, oh, we didn't do this, but it sucks that it happened, but I'm kind of glad that it happened when it was them all along. They did it. It sucks that Leslie Jones got hacked. If this is really a real thing, it is disgusting. I hate vigilante justice. I disagree with doxing in all forms. It doesn't matter. I disagree with it. And no one should be doxed on the internet. However, jury's still out on this one. I'm not going to take this at face value. I'm going to be skeptical about this and say that there's a strong possibility that she wasn't hacked and that either she's directly responsible or hired someone to do this to make herself out to be a victim. To me, those are the two possibilities in this situation. I think that's what's going on here. We've seen examples of her being racist before. She has cried wolf before. She has claimed that she's been hacked before on her own Twitter account. That's why I think that this is discovered that Leslie Jones was behind all of this.